Hello everybody, it's your old pal Tuna here and welcome back to another video. And in this video, I am actually going to supply you a vlog. I know it has been so long since there was a studio vlog here on the channel. Through the summer we did all the convention vlogs, and then I don't know if I've mentioned this here already, but I basically took October off. I did some work behind the scenes, but I cut back my workload like a ton because you know what? I did not want to burn out. So here I am now, it's early November. My rest time is over and I'm ready to hit the ground running with some new tasks heading into the holiday season. This vlog is only going to entail a very short period of time. It's actually a week before I am planning to post the video, so hopefully I can record and edit everything to get the video out on time, but this week is going to be crazy. So today I'm going to start by working on a pet portrait commission, and while we do that, I'm going to tell you about another project that you're going to be seeing a little bit later in the video. Alright, so first things first, what I am working on in these clips is a 5x7 pet portrait commission for a lovely commissioner who has commissioned me before, actually like multiple years ago, which was a fun surprise. So I was able to take a look at the painting I had done for them of their other cat, not 5 years ago, 2 years ago, and kind of let that inform some of the color decisions and the background design that I went with for this painting, just to make sure that the two pieces would be cohesive with each other when they were displayed together. Something to keep in mind if you ever work with a repeat commissioner. Now, what's coming up later in the video? If you are a longtime viewer of the channel, you've probably seen me paint a few of these pet portraits before. I have a couple, I think, standalone videos of me working on them, and they do frequently pop up in my vlogs. I do, probably about 12 to 15 of them a year, and one of the things, they become one of the things that I would say that I'm known for. And I had a friend of mine reach out. They work with a charity organization, and they had the idea that the charity organization was holding a gala and they wanted to have somebody painting live on site. You know, I have wanted to jump into more live kind of art making opportunities, so of course I was excited and eager to be involved. And I didn't expect to have it be a paid opportunity because it's obviously for a charity, so I was happy to work with them either way. I got in touch with one of the other staff members at the SPCA who I was working with to coordinate, and we decided to do a large live painting of a dog. And the idea is this painting will be auctioned off at the end of the night. So definitely a bit of pressure there. My plan to make this happen is to create a swap out painting. Just in case, I'm going to complete the painting in full here at my apartment on a panel, and then I'm going to get the same panel and I'm going to aim to complete the same painting on site. Now, this gives me the opportunity to troubleshoot ahead of time and make all of the important decisions like color choice and background design without having to do it completely on the fly and completely blind. It does, of course, increase the amount of time that I am spending on the project, so, you know, it's kind of a good practice if I ever wanted to do this in a paid opportunity, so I could know that I would need to bill for the time creating a preparatory painting and then creating what I'm calling kind of like the performance painting secondary. And I really am quite nervous about this. I think a lot of that is based on the fact that I don't have a lot of information about, you know, like what is the circumstance wherein I am painting, and like, you know, how many people are going to be there and what's the demographic like of people who are going to be there. I assume rich people. Is that who goes to galas? I have always wanted to go to a gala. It's been like a weird lifelong dream of mine, and I almost had the opportunity to go. I think it was 2 years ago when there was a gala for Sportsnet, like NHL Hockey Day in Canada, and it just happened to be in a city very close to mine, and it just happened to be like the day of my birthday or the day before my birthday, but I chickened out. And I never went to that gala, and I never got to live that dream. So I'm living vicariously. I'm not going to wear a gown to this one myself, but I'm living vicariously to take the opportunity, and hopefully it will be kind of like a portfolio piece, even just in my own mind, of if I do want to go forward with more of these kinds of opportunities, like I will learn from this experience what to expect from the situation and maybe kind of a trial run as to how I will guide future opportunities going forward. One of the big things about being an artist is that you're often working with people who are not artists. If you're, an illustrator, maybe you'll be working with creative directors a lot of the time, but you'll also be working with a lot of, I'm going to call them laymen, for lack of a better term. And being able to guide the hand of the people that you're working with is such a valuable skill that increases your professionalism and kind of like reassures the people that you're working with that they have made a good decision in hiring you to complete whatever it is that you've been hired to do. This is true for even commissions like this particular painting, where you want to guide the client through the process to make it as clear to them as possible what the process is going to be like, and then to guide how they interact with the process too. So when you're sending your communication emails, make sure that you're asking like directed questions so that they understand what they need to, the information that they need to give you, whether that's preparatory or in feedback, post production. It definitely makes for a smoother experience, and people come out of it feeling like they were a part of the experience. And this will be true for live painting as well. But this is my first time, sort of. So I don't exactly know what's going to happen, and I hope that it all goes well. Anyway, this painting is almost finished up. I love how this piece came out. I especially love painting gray, white, and black cats and animals in general, because I think that it allows for the most creative expression through the colors. And a dilute calico, there's just so much to do with all that beautiful fur. Anyway, here's how it turned out. Pretty cute. Very fun time painting. Thanks for joining me. Let's get on with the rest of the video. Good morning, everybody. It is another beautiful fall day here in Vancouver, and I'm going to spend it at these desks like I do every single day. I am not painting today. We will work on the next painting in the next clips. I wanted to share my excitement because I actually yesterday opened my online shop sort of officially for the first time in a very long time. I can't even remember when the last time I was properly running an online shop was. But it went really well. I got a ton of orders, so I will be spending this Sunday packing up all of those orders, and we can do some low-key packing ASMR. I have 37 orders to pack from yesterday. I am so excited. It has been so long since I packed this many orders. I have already done the boring stuff, which is exporting everybody's addresses to print out on the mailing slips. I have printed all of the packing slips for all of the orders. I've collected my envelopes. I made some nice packaging branding because the stuff that I usually order I'm kind of low on. I ate a very big breakfast, so I am feeling ready to stick into this, and yeah, let's pack some orders. 3. Okay, I am all done packing all of the orders. It's the evening now, so the lighting is terrible. Please excuse. I always feel like I look like some sort of like jump scare when the lighting is bouncing off of the table like this, because of the way that it accentuates my face. Anyway, I just have to seal all of the envelopes that don't have the automatic tape and then stick the postage on, but that I can do tomorrow morning. I wanted to show you while I was just finishing up here the most popular items, which I didn't know until I started packing. So for sticker sheets, we have Meowsterpiece, which is always a hit no matter where or when I am. We have Persephone and Kitty Coven, which I guess is not surprising. Usually my witchy / spooky stuff kind of does the best of all of my stuff, period. Including the Kitty Cryptids sticker sheet, which I actually sold the very last one. I sold them like exactly the amount that I had, which was very lucky because I keep a loose inventory and I know that there's more of those coming, but they're not here right now. And then for the 4 vinyl stickers that are the most popular, we have Would You Like to Join My Book Club? We have Fabubulous, we have Well Adjusted, and this little happy roller skate cat. Those were the big hits for this bash. That is 30 7 orders that I put together. Usually on a launch day, you're gonna get like the most orders that you're gonna get, and then from here on, I'm just hoping to have a nice steady trickle week to week. So yeah, if you do like anything you see here, please consider popping over to the new shop. It's pretty cute. I'm very proud of how it came out. You can buy stickers, prints, patches, books, and I think that's it for now. I'm keeping it to smaller goods so I don't have to worry so much about the shipping aspect. I'm just glad that the shop is open again and I can kind of have that humming in the background, because I only have 2 Christmas markets this year. I have a small one on Vancouver Island, which I probably won't film because I think I'll be hanging out with my mom for that, and the Weirdos Market, which if you want to take a look, there's 2 videos for 2 previous years. It's my favorite market of the year by, well, okay, VanCap is my favorite. MCAV was pretty good too. Weirdos is definitely up there. We can have 3 favorites, but definitely my favorite one for the holiday season. And yeah, I should be vlogging that. So, okay, I am done for the day. I have no idea what I'm gonna have for dinner, so I'm gonna sort that out now and be fresh for more painting tomorrow. All right, everybody, good morning. It is time to work on this SPCA charity painting. It has been like clouding my mind for weeks now with anxiety over, I guess like performance anxiety is the best way to put it, because the cool part about this project is there really are no expectations as to what I'm going to deliver here. And I think that's like a double-edged sword, because on one hand, I am a commercial artist. I sort of thrive under direction and a little bit of expectation, I suppose, in terms of what's going to be delivered. But for this one, there really isn't any. All that I know is that I have this, it's a little bit bigger in person than it looks on the camera. I have this 18 by 24 inch panel, and I need to complete a painting of a Labrador dog or Labrador or something. Anyway, I found the perfect reference image. They requested this particular kind of dog because I think that they said it was one of the most popular types of dogs. And I do have a vision. I have my reference image. I have some ideas for the colors. And we're gonna jump right into it, I guess. Let me show you what I have to create this painting. So I'll actually start with the board. This is a gesso board. It's a pre-primed wooden panel that I do all of my acrylic gouache pet portrait paintings on. I really like the rigidity and just kind of like the profile of the, what do they call it? I think it's uncradled is what they call it, so that people can frame it or do whatever they want with it exactly. And then over here, these are my materials. I did purchase this for the event specifically. I usually just use a piece of glass that came out of like a picture frame, but I wanted something that was a little bit less breakable and that I could hold with more ease. I have a smattering of brushes. I have my blotting napkin that I always use. And okay, so I purchased this. I didn't intend to, but I have down here in my overflow art storage. Oh my God. Did you guys? Okay, I posted this on Blue Sky. Square sent this block of acrylic to me in a box that was like custom branded, and obviously they have sent this to like a million other people, and it's such an offensive object. Like, who wants this? What a waste of plastic and postage. So I'm keeping it for a future project, but I have down here, so I have these paints here that I had actually won at a giveaway for Opus Art Studio, but I don't know if you can tell, Flapjack bit into a bunch of them. So the paint is not, you know, it's not good anymore, really, which is really frustrating. Flapjack's okay. I mean, it is what it is. I can't take that back. So I had to purchase a replacement for those paints because this is the paint that I used to create, we're going over here, this painting last winter, about a year ago. And I think it just makes more sense to use this type of paint at the large scale because the cost of the acrylic gouache is so high, and the acrylic heavy body is pretty close comparably in workflow, so I'm able to translate it pretty easily. So I decided to treat myself to the full set of colors to make my life a little bit easier. And I have a life hack for you. This I purchased from Michael's. This is a $120 set of paint, $10 per tube. They had a 50% off coupon that I could use on this. So $60 for all this paint, which is honestly shocking. So if you ever need art supplies and it happens to be stocked by Michael's, I highly recommend you buy it there and get a massive discount with a coupon because it makes a huge difference. But yeah, those are my materials. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday now. I spent most of the day yesterday working on this piece. It was about 4 or 5 hours broken up into little chunks. And by the end of the day, I was very tired and my back hurts, so I did leave it at this. But I do have to finish the piece today. I'm on a pretty tight deadline. So yeah, the dog was what I really wanted to focus on, making sure it was rendered to a T and that I was comfortable and feeling like I could reproduce it sort of on Friday. Now I need to finish the collar and the background. So yeah, that's my goal for today. Finish up the background, add a little bit of detail to the collar, and call this thing finished. I apologize I didn't really film a lot of the process. There's something about a camera staring at you while you're working that is just, I don't know, takes you 1 degree out of the zen zone when it comes to actually painting. So yeah, let's see what I can capture here, and either way, we're gonna paint this all over again on Friday, so. Hello everyone, good morning. It is Friday now. I've been up to all kinds of things since I last recorded. I packed 200 Patreon mails and extra shop orders, but I'm back on my painting bullshit because today is the day of the SPCA Gala. and I am so nervous. I've got all this nervous energy. My palms are sweaty. I can't take a deep breath. I don't know. It's just my own expectations of myself that I don't want to let myself down. I want to make sure that I put on a good performance at the event and am a good representative for the charity, because obviously the point is we want to fundraise for the critters. Now, I showed you guys the finished painting that will be the swap painting. I have the second panel here, and this is the same as the last one. You can't really see in the video there, but I've done a sketch again of the dog general shape, and I'm going to paint in the blue gradient background because that'll just take a while to dry, and I want to have it already done when I'm there so that I can focus on bringing the dog itself to life, because I feel like that's going to be the most fun part to watch. I also decided I think I mentioned that, let me get down here, that they are only supplying me with an honorarium. I didn't think I was going to get paid anything. So they're giving me enough to basically cover materials and a little bit of time. It's not nothing, but it's not a ton. But I do want to take advantage of the opportunity. I asked, of course, and they said that it would be okay if I provided some literature promoting my business, because I think it would be great if people don't want to purchase the dog painting because it doesn't look like their dog or whatever, that they can reach out to me to do a commissioned pet portrait. I'm gonna get this blue background prepped here. I'm going to get myself prepped because I can obviously not attend in my peanut butter t-shirt. And Mark did give me a nice haircut, so I feel nice and fresh to present myself. We didn't do my roots though, so I do still look a little bit like a slob, but you know, I'm an artist, I can get away with it. No. Hey. something briefly forgotten about. I am moving to the dinner hall where everyone is eating to finish up the painting. I am shocked that I'm actually probably going to finish this painting to a reasonable degree. It's amazing how much less time the second time around takes painting something than the first time around, like easily 50% of the time. So interesting. Good to know for any future possible excursions in live painting. Not a lot of people are like super interested in what I'm doing. I only really talked to like maybe 5 people in the first cocktail hour while I was working. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get it done. I've got less than an hour, but only really the background to do now, so pretty cool. Thank you so much. Hello everybody. From the distant future of those clips that you saw, I am now in a different location that you will hear all about in 2 videos time, but I'm wrapping this one up and I did not film an outro clip yet. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up really quick because this video is like definitely long enough at this point. The evening went really well. I finished the painting. They ended up auctioning off the actual painting that I had done on site, which was nice. And with that, I took off and it was over. The entire experience was very pleasant. I really like painting live and I'd really like to pursue it if it's kind of like a gimmick or a gag that people would be interested in doing. I've done it before where I've done like caricatures at weddings and stuff like that. And I don't know, I like that sort of experience, but the experience at the SPCA Gala was like not exactly what I was expecting because I think that the people who were organizing maybe didn't exactly know what to do with me. I know that it was a couple of the staff members who were really pushing to have me involved and to like have this live painting thing happen. And I really appreciate that they did that for me, and everybody, like all the volunteers, all the staff members who were there, and anybody who I interacted with at the event was really excited and like interested in what I was doing. But they kind of like stuck me in a weird spot where it didn't really give anybody the opportunity to watch what I was doing because I was right by the entrance, which was great. But then people only see me when they're coming in and they don't see like the evolution of the piece over the course of the event. So that kind of culminated in, I feel like, the auction part not really going super well. They did sell it for like several $100s, but only like 2 people bid on it. It was kind of cringe, I'm not gonna lie, but I did stick around for a couple of the other items that they were auctioning, and like still there wasn't a lot of like bidding going on. So, you know, I know that it's not that the painting was bad, but I think that like when you're selling a product, whatever that product might be, you have to convince people why they should buy it. And I feel like not really being able to witness me do the actual painting was a deterrent for that. And then also, do people want a purple space dog on their wall? I don't know. Do normies want a purple space dog on their wall? That is the question. I'm really grateful for the opportunity. I think that the paintings turned out amazing and it gives me more encouragement to continue to paint large and to use those acrylic paints that I purchased specifically for this. And, you know, I make this video, so I hope that you enjoyed watching me as I took you along on that sort of wild ride that I was able to be a part of. If you have any questions about anything, if you have any comments, literally I thrive off of your comments and I try to reply to as many as I can in the first couple of days as possible. So I am listening, I am looking, I am watching, and the next video that you guys are going to see is more of like a cozy at-home crafting video, so look forward to that. Okay, really quick, because I don't want to bother too long, video make good long now. Patreon, be sure to hop on there if you want to support the channel. All kinds of cool stuff, digital downloads, podcast newsletters, art newsletters, and mailable rewards. If you fancy, I have a theme this month, which is Frutiger Arrow. So if you enjoy 2000s aesthetics and cute girls and fish and stuff like that, I've got a sticker sheet, a cool print based on Lo-Fi Girl. I have a jellyfish sticker, and I have a transparent bookmark, which is a lot of fun. Always love messing around with different types of products. So hop on over to patreon.com/artbytuna if you want to sign up at a $1, $10, or $25 tier to support the channel. What's the line, everybody? Stay sparkly, don't let the cruel world dull your shine, and I will see you next time. Bye.